Welcome back to this pick.
How's it going, guys? Welcome
This
back.
is going to be our last game of the preview show. Cowboys and Eagles. Eagles are favored by 7. I got Eagles win this one pretty comfortably. I don't think the Cowboys are a really good team. I am interested to see if they can save their season if they win this one. Maybe they can bounce back and maybe make a playoff push, but I don't see that happening. I think this is going to pretty much be the game that's going to seal the nail in the coffin. Keys for the Eagles is they need to get a running game. They haven't been doing that much this season. That Cowboys defense is really good. They pass the ball a ton. That's going to be getting a lot of pressure on Wentz, and he's going to probably get sacked a lot and maybe turn the ball over. But if they got a balanced attack, then I don't know if they're going to be able to stop this Eagles team.
Right.
Predict Wentz is my other key, and shut down Zeke as much as you can, and make Dak beat you. Like we say this a lot, but it's kind of the key to success when it comes to Cowboys. And the reverse for the Cowboys is Zeke needs to have a really great game, and Dak cannot turn the ball over. He turns the ball over, they lose. If he doesn't, then they usually win. So they got to do those things, see if they can cause some turnovers on defense. I don't think the Eagles are going to lose this game. I'd be shocked if they did. So I think about 10 points, maybe more than that, for the Eagles win this game.
Yeah, I got the Eagles at home, at home as well. They play really well at home, and just the Cowboys, man, they haven't been able to generate offense. They kind of showed that they can last week, but then again, Dak was making these bad interceptions, bad reads between him and his receivers.
Okay, so sorry to interrupt you. Ryan and I were watching this game, so Dak was in this. It was still fairly close in this game, and they ran a route. This is the play that he fumbled on, and the Eagles did a stunt and came in. The running back couldn't block him, and Dak kind of tried to get out sack, but he got sacked and fumbled. So I think this was bad play design from the Cowboys. All the receivers were in button hooks, so that you go out and you come back. And who were the Cowboys playing last week?
They were playing. They were playing the Titans.
Yeah, Titans. The Titans were in cover 3, so you got your safety one side, other side, another side, and just go back in the zone. That's bad in my eyes. That's a bad play against cover 3 because your DBs can just pick off a quarterback because they can read that like a book. So Dak should have checked out that play and did something else, but he didn't, and what's happened? Your receivers weren't really open because it was a bad play to begin with, and you should have saw that. And he didn't check out, and he got sacked.
Yeah.
And he was trying to do too much.
Yeah.
This 1 second, Ryan. And this is his 3rd year. Usually quarterbacks get 2 to 3 plays every play to go through. You get the play that they usually call, then you get your other 2 plays. Your audibles, and you should have audible out of that. So either he's not progressing as a quarterback to be able to recognize those things, or 2, he doesn't have those privileges, which is both of those things are really bad.
Or 3, he's putting too much trust in the coach's calls, that's how I actually feel. Because 2, 1, I don't think he feels like he's confident yet enough to audible those. I don't know why, but I just have that feeling that he don't feel comfortable enough to do that, and he just sticks with the plays that they give him. And that's not going to help you with your quarterback development.
Just a second, right? So, and that's other really bad thing. Sam Darnold is 21 years old, barely played any football for most of his football career. He was a linebacker in high school, and he barely played at USC. Yeah. But he's a rookie, and he's already audibling. So that's ridiculous if Dak not able to do that. Baker's finally doing that because they're letting him do that now. So
I don't think
that's just. I don't know if that's bad. That's either it's an excuse or it's just not a good thing.
I don't think he can't do it because I think he can. Like I said, I just think he doesn't feel confident enough in himself to audible that and make it successful. I just don't. and
that's not a good thing.
which is that's terrible. Like your star quarterback should be already doing those things and have confidence doing it. But my point to that play he was talking about, even if you don't audible out of it, there was a situation in that to where he could have ran out because there was a blitzer coming straight in the middle. He stayed in the pocket, took that sack. Yeah. But there was this Zeke was the option, and he had this guy covering him, and he was covering if this is the situation if Dak comes and rolls out, that puts that corner on an island because he either has to go continue trailing Zeke so he doesn't throw it to him, or he has to get Dak so he doesn't run. In my opinion, he should have did that because even if he acts like he's going to run, he's going to have to step up. Then he can just kind of dunk it off to Zeke and get 3-4 yards or more because he's shifty like that, so he can extend that play. Or he acts like he's going to throw it to him and just runs, gains a couple yards, or gains nothing. But it's better than sitting in that pocket and taking that sack. Yeah. So that's my biggest. That's my biggest point is even if you don't audible out and you don't catch it or whatever the case may be.
Which is not a good thing. If two people that just watch football and analyze the best we can recognize that this is not a good play, then a professional quarterback in his third year needs to recognize that.
Yeah, and like I said, even if you don't audible out, you need to still make the right decisions in that at that time in those plays for your team to continue that drive and continue. They were playing well at that point, and the momentum kind of shifted after that. So, Dak is really, I gave him a chance and he looked really good in that first year, but more of that I think was on the line and how Zeke was playing, but. Now that we're seeing that Zeke is getting slowed down and not running as well because they are bringing these big 8-man boxes and closing down on him, it's really showing that they're putting it in Dak's hands and it's not working because Dak's not that quarterback. And it's starting to show it, in this third year and more as he goes on, it's just showing that he's not this guy that they want. They're trying to make him and expect him to be, and it's just not happening. And that's a big issue, man. This Cowboys defense is amazing. Yeah. Really good. And one big reason why Tennessee won that game and scored so much was those turnovers and the field position that Dallas was giving them because their offense wasn't doing jack.
Well, they didn't have a great game either. They
didn't.
On third down, but
DeMarcus Lawrence came up big, got a sack fumble on Mariota. They didn't take advantage of that. That's the thing. This defense is giving this Cowboy offense things to work with, opportunities to work with, and they're not taking advantage of them. One of the plays they got down the field and missed a field goal. Yeah. Like they're not taking opportunities, they're not taking them and capitalizing on them. And that's one of the biggest things in sports, not only football but sports alone, is you got to capitalize off of those turnovers, and they're not. Because this defense just not get down the field. Even with Cooper being there, it's not going to make much of a difference if your quarterback is not good. You could get all the players around him all you want, but if your quarterback can't make the necessary players to get down the field, it's just not going to happen. So this offense got to figure things out. I think they just need to really not put so much on Dak because he's just not that man. I think they're going to struggle in this game to score points. I think their defense is still going to be really good and help them out in this game to keep it somewhat close. My player of the game is on that defense, which is DeMarcus Lawrence. I think he's also in the MVP discussion, if you want to say. I know
defensive player of the year.
I know that. Yeah, I know that. But to me, I like putting defensive players in that discussion, even though I don't think they're going to win it. Like Mac, I think he's in that discussion. But definitely defensive player of the year. They're definitely, both of those guys are in discussion. Honestly, I have DeMarcus Lawrence above Mac right now because he's kind of been banged up and hasn't been playing. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to him. So he's my player of the game. And, he's just been looking phenomenal along with the entire defense. But, I think that's what's going to keep it close. But I think at the end of the day, Philly's just going to be too much for him on offense. Wentz has been looking a little bit better than what he has. So I think they're going to take this victory. My player of the game for Philly is going to be Zach Ertz. He's been amazing this season. But, I think Philly's going to take this one home.
Zeke for the Cowboys, Carson Wentz for the Eagles. That's all we got to say. Go ahead, Ryan.
That'll do it for me. Please comment, like, subscribe. Of course, we'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. And we'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for watching.